I think the concept of Samsung's Fan Edition series is quite intriguing. They're not flagships because that's well defined. They're not mid-rangers because that's also a separate lineup. In a way, I would call them a sort of a premium mid-range approach to a flagship, but then I think we can all agree that this category has already existed. We've just called them Flagship Killers, a product that has the right amount of everything, but at a more aggressive price tag. Last year's Galaxy S20 FE was probably the best proof of concept. It helped introduce controversial elements like Glasstic to the S series, and yet if you remember, no one seemed to complain or even care. The price and the implementation were so good that people focused more on the sum of its parts. Some called it the best phone of the year. We crowned it best value. Praise that was well deserved for one of the few companies that was in touch with the current society struggles, while others were iterating at a higher price. All we need now was for that mentality to extend itself. This is the right time for more Fan Edition products, and I think that's exactly where things are going. Meet the new Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 FE 5G, an update to the company's most popular tablet that intends to provide most of that experience at kind of a crazy price. Now, disclaimer, this is not a review. Let's call it an early first look, as Samsung was nice enough to send one ahead of time and partner with us to make this video possible. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and let's dive into our hands-on. I think the best way to encapsulate the Tab S7 FE is really in its name. It doesn't intend to replace or compete with the already existing Tab S7 or Tab S7 Plus. If you're able or willing to spend more money on those, they're still available. Think of the Fan Edition as the more affordable option that addresses the essentials that most people ask for. But then, if this is anything like the S20 FE, then the value proposition is also an important factor, right? Well, the Wi-Fi variant starts at $529, already making the iPad Pro look bad. But then the 5G variant starts at $669, and that's just part of the story. According to Samsung, the most in-demand feature from consumers is a large display, and it may be the reason why it's best to make distinctions against the Tab S7 Plus, as they share a lot of similarities. Dimension-wise, the Fan Edition sports pretty much the same display size at 12.4 inches diagonal, meaning yeah, it's pretty large, but since it has the same 16:10 aspect ratio, it actually provides a smarter approach to the footprint when even compared to the iPad Pro 12.9. Now, you don't get the AMOLED panel of the Tab S7 Plus, but this TFT LCD display can be a better solution for color accuracy, and viewing angles are pretty good. At 2560 by 1600, its resolution makes most $1,000 laptops look bad, and we've got pretty good dual-firing speakers on each side that are tuned by AKG and support Dolby Atmos.
Additional improvements for eye strain management. We finally.
If I were to stack it next to the Tab S7 Plus, you'll have a hard time telling them apart. Nearly the same dimensions, weight, and the same aluminum unibody. They both include pretty much the same S Pen in the box and share the same magnet locations for you to snap it during repeated use. Now, given the aspect ratio and the thinness, it's actually pretty easy to handle in day-to-day use, something that I can't say of other tablets that are this large. Now, this mystic black color does pick up smudges and fingerprints quite easily, so if that bothers you, the optional book cover keyboard is a good accessory to consider. It's pretty minimal, protects the tablet on the front and the back, and is a full-size keyboard with very clicky keys and a really good key travel. It's powered by the magnetic smart connectors, so no worries about the fumbling with Bluetooth. And best of all, it has a smart way to hide the S Pen in the hinge for extended travel. Sadly, we don't have a trackpad, but the keyboard case on the S7 Plus does fit the FE just fine in my testing, so that could be an option if that matters to you. Now, maybe some of the other most important differences lie under the hood. The Fan Edition is powered by the 8nm Qualcomm Snapdragon 750G, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of expandable storage, and a 10,090 mAh battery that provides fast charging through USB-C, and then we have Wi-Fi AC, Bluetooth 5, and a variant that supports 5G. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is not a final unit for me to give you a full review on the experience using it, but it's pretty good so far. This is One UI 3.1 on top of Android 11, meaning if the Google feed on the left of the launcher is important to you as it is to me, then this tablet has it. And you also get the option for Samsung Free, which includes free TV channels depending on your region. It even offers a denser grid of icons than what I tested on the Tab S7 Plus. You get the typical Galaxy Note tricks when you hover the S Pen over the display, same side menu for shortcuts, multi-active window for multitasking, and if you want to go even more hardcore, there's Samsung Dex. For me, it's more about the S Pen and just how I rely on apps like Microsoft OneNote for productivity. And then since this S Pen is thicker, it allows you to get the larger footprint that we've seen on other Galaxy tablets before, making it ideal for prolonged use. And listen, there's even more software baked in, especially for this S Pen interaction, but I'll leave those final impressions and thoughts for my final review when I get a retail unit. Now, other things that I like in today's age is to have the front camera in the middle and not on the side, and to actually get 1080p video capabilities from it. You know, that's hard to find on most laptops today. And oh yeah, there's an 8-megapixel primary camera at the back, but you know I'm not the guy to take photos with a tablet. It is cool for productivity tools like scanning documents, though, or flipping the video camera whenever needed. Last but not least is the Galaxy ecosystem. I mean, if you own other Samsung products, this is the tablet to get if you want your products to talk to each other, share files, switch your Galaxy Buds, you name it. So yes, this is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 FE 5G. My first impressions are very positive. I honestly think that the price makes the package kind of irresistible with or without 5G, but stay tuned for our full review to tell you more about the overall experience. You guys know that I'm a tablet guy and an S Pen guy as well, so this for me is the best of both worlds if you get a larger canvas and then also 5G connectivity. Pre-orders have already begun for both variants. 5G will be supported on all major US carriers, with AT&T and Verizon rolling out now, and with others like T-Mobile and US Cellular coming soon. Let us know what you think about this new Fan Edition in the comments. Do you like it? Do you think it's a good addition and a good approach? I think it is the right amount of everything, but I'm curious to know what your opinion is in the comments. We actually have a full podcast episode where we interview Hassan Anjum, Samsung's director and head of product for new computing. It is a deep dive where we talk about this product and where we hear about Samsung's vision for the future. I'll be sure to link to that as it's a pretty good discussion. Now, while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on my personal handles to see me play with new toys pretty early. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.